welcome back for that fourth video. I've been realizing that for the past, I think, month or two. If you want to be in a high value relationship, you gotta be high value. But then you need to understand what it means. You need to understand that as a high value woman, you need to be healed, or at least work on your healing. You need to be aware of your deficiencies, where you lack, where you have some trauma, some resistance. You have to understand what kind of attachments you have to a person if you want to be in a high value relationship. You want to understand what a high value man requires, and that's, I think, the main point is, as a high value woman, if you want a high value man, you need to understand what it means to have a high value man. I don't know if you know her, Margarita Nazarenko. I don't know how to pronounce her name well, but she said once that she was coaching a client, and her client was like, oh, I have this dream man, and she made a list about her dream man and how she wanted him to be. And then Margarita asked her, well, then how is his girlfriend supposed to be? How is his woman supposed to be? And then when you have your dream list, oh, I want my man to be very ambitious. I want my man to be a hard worker. I want my man to be kind and generous. So what does it mean for the woman? I want to be able to have a masculine man and to be able to rely on him. That's great. If you have all those criteria, that's amazing. But then you need to understand what it implies for you. For me, for example, it was very hard to understand that a hardworking man would want a supporter, a woman that's here to support him, to give him love, and to understand that sometimes I will not be able to understand his work situation. So you want to be in a high value relationship, so you need to understand what man you want, but you need to understand what woman it requires to be with that kind of man. And when you understand that, if you want that, that's great. But if you don't want that, be honest with yourself and tell yourself, oh, do I really want to be with a hard-working man who's going to be very busy? And if no, if it's too much for you, if the cost is too high for you, well, then you need to leave. But if for you that's really how you see your life, how you dream your life to be, you want to be with a high value man, and if you agree with it, if you're happy with it, then go for it. That's my advice for a high value relationship, is understand what you're looking for. And that applies to men as well. If as a man you're looking for a certain kind of woman, you need to be able to be a certain kind of man, so that you two can match well.